Yo, peace, what up? This is Southwest Shaman. This is Stereo Pix 888. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Phoenix, Arizona. This is the Southwest Shaman with love from AZ. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being where you are, which is where you're at. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate every moment you invest into this right here, because it's going to be worth it. It's about growth. That's what this is about, right? That's what you're here for. And that, in essence, is what my channel is about. Growth and busting out the box that we live in, because they got us in a box, yo. They got us in a box. If you feel like you're in a box at times, put that in the comments. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Who that? Who that? Who that? Do that. Do that. Do that. So, how to do it? How to do the damn thing in 2020 fit dive? And let me take out the things, man. How to do the thing in 2020 fit dive? How to make this thing pop off? Pop off. How to make it pop off? Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna give it to you. Let me give it to you. First of all, be true to yourself and be yourself. That way, there's no future in your front end, first of all. But that way, it's easy to show up. It doesn't take a lot of thought. You don't gotta put a lot of thought into it, you know? But I'm a small creator, and this is me growing my channel. Introduction. My name is Michael J. Turner. The J's for Julian. I'm also known as the Stereo Fix. I'm also known as the Southwest Shaman. I'm also known as J. Xander Olo. Those are all different dimensions of myself. Different lifelines, basically, that I can hop between, because they all have a different destination. They all coincide, though, into one. But you're here off top. Let me put you on to something about this YouTube thing, man. It is similar. I like to compare it to working out, because when I started working out, I was 26 years old, and I had no muscle at all. I had the body of a 15-year-old, basically. But I went to jail. I was in jail, and I actually ended up doing 5 years in prison. So I started working out, as you can imagine. So it took 90 days before I actually saw results. Before I saw real results. And it wasn't easy. But consistency was really where the results were formed. It wasn't so much in how much I did or the difficulty, because obviously, initially it didn't take anything for me, and like trying to do major weight or whatever was not possible. So it was and to be perfectly candid, I initiated the working out to get past the physical disposition of opioid withdrawal, which at that point in my life, during that particular circumstance, that lasted over a month while I was in Maricopa County, Lower Buckeye Jail, So I liken this YouTube thing to working out, right? There's so many different things you want to hit, so many different angles to come at it, different styles. Consistency is the key. Rest is key too. Study. It's actually very much so mental game. But the big thing is that it builds. And if you do it organically, muscle memory, your body maintains that, and you can always bring it back. It's like once you've built it, it can't be undone. Thus saith I, the Southwest Shaman. Yo. If you feel the same way, hit that like button. Put it in the comments. Yo. So this is just like the foundation of like doing this thing. Like, you know, like the mind state. This is the mind state. You know. Next. This is the gem. This is like an advanced gem. And I'm not even calling myself advanced. I'm just saying that the implementation of this is like once you're actually kind of in a bit of a rhythm with it, and you kind of cruising along, you feel like nothing is giving. Something needs to give. Something need to give, yo. Once it's like something needs to give, and you're ready and you're comfortable with the basics, because mastering the basics of anything is where I found that I can always excel. You know, entering any arena, entering any realm. Give me the basics and let me just get those down pat. Shit, I'm gonna be right up there with some of the best off the strength of that. No need to get fancy. Shit, I'll probably look fancy doing the basic shit really well. You know, so but this thing I want to tell you about is essentially a way to spread the channel around, to push the channel, you know. And I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not doing myself. I'm not telling you about anything that you have to do. This is just suggestions. These are also I'm trying to be the example. So I'm stepping out, I'm standing out, stepping out. So here we go. Here it is what it is. And I've been keeping y'all on a cliffhanger for a minute. Here it is what it is. Here it is what it is. It's implementing the method of using Quora.com, which is Quara.kidom. Kidom, and Quora.com. So you may have heard of it, you may have seen it, you may already have a profile there. Make yourself a profile. You go on there and you find like a question, or you ask a question in relation to the niche, category, subject, whatever. The channel, you know, I'm gonna go on there, find the question that relates to my channel, you know what I'm saying, answer it, and add my little link, put my link in there, like, yo, you want some more information on this, check out this, you know what I'm saying, do this shit. I'm gonna start doing that like every day, on top of what I already do, you know. That's I feel like that's gonna be major powerful, because it already legitimizes the people's like probability to click on your link, because it's they know that you're not answering the question because you're giving them a link to, you know, JJ's hot dog stand and shit. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be doing that. If you did, that'd be some Billy Buster Buckmouth bullshit, backwards bass mouth shit. You know what I'm saying? Bass backwards shit. Start acting right if you're doing that. Bait and switch, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here on some bait and get you and give it to you. I'm going to bait you, but I'm going to get you. I'm going to give it to you. That's what I'm about. That's what we about over here. Stereo Fix 888 Southwest Shaman. Don't forget it, yo. Don't forget it. And know that this is AZ. This is Phoenix, Arizona in the building right here. This is Phoenix, Arizona in the building. I got some things to talk about. I got some things to thug out on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you my little rundown. So like I said, my name. I told you my name. Told you what we about. We about growth. You know, use Quora to promote the channel. You know what I'm saying? Optimize and master the basics. Get the basics down pat. I can't stress that enough. And build and I'm trying to build a community. So if you see this, if you with me, I'm with you. And if you with me, I'm with you. And if I'm with you, you with me. and we gonna get it, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And this build to the sky, man, because it cannot I know for a fact this is not something that can be done alone. In essence, and the essence of it is based on creating a following. So like, definitely can't be done alone. You need to. I need to commune, man. I need to, commune and congregate. You know what I'm saying? Get it cracking. Commune, congregate, get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? No hating, only congratulating, emancipating, and elevating over here. Positive energy activates constant elevation. And fear is false evidence appearing real. So get that up out of there. Get that up out you. Get that up out you. Let me get that fear up out you. Come on, right now. Hit you with some 808s. You know what I'm saying? 808s. Hit you with the 808s. So anyway, utilize those methods. And like I said, this is about growth, and we compare it to restoring a car or working out. Those are some great metaphors for this, what I call abstract recovery personal development. And it's an individualized approach. It's actually it's simultaneously a multi, or like, what's the opposite of individual? Group, it's a group and individual simultaneously, because it can be taken all across the world, but when it boils down to it, when you approach it, it's going to be specific for you, because each person's personal development and recovery from their trauma, addiction, habits, behaviors, undesired behaviors, their recovery from that, and then personal development following thereafter is going to be specific for them. And only they can figure that out. Only you can figure it out, as I did. And I'm the example. I walk as the example, because this is how it's working in my life. I've designed this. Here it is. Here it is. This is what it is. Here it is. Rather, it is what it is, and it is not what it ain't. You feel me? So, abstract recovery personal development. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. This is not just for drug addicts. This is not just for people with PTSD. This is not just for people with mental health dispositions. This is not just for people who can't stop watching porn. This is not just for people who can't stop eating. This is not just for people who get angry all the time. This is not just for people who just don't like the fact that they can't figure out how to be comfortable in public and change those behaviors. This is not just for, this is for all those people. This is for everybody. Any type of thing. Basically, this is for anybody who wants to change. Who wants to change. Simple and plain. You want to make changes in your life? You want to make changes in your life? Say it. Put it in the comments. I want to make changes in my life. Alright. Let me say something, man. My life, things are working. All things work together for the salt of the earth. That's one of my phrases. It's one of my sayings. I coined that. You know what I'm saying? You can, but I ain't coined that. That was taken from the scripture, to be honest. On some real shit, on some real deal Holyfield. I can't front. You know what I'm saying? But hey, all things work together for the salt of the earth. I can testify to that. My life is now, I started this, my own personal recovery journey in September last year. After nearly 20 years of day in and day out, using and abusing all sorts of substances and doing wild stuff, following wild ideas. I can explain that further, but I don't think we even have time for that. But that's this, to let you know where this is, what the catalyst for this was, how this was birthed, how this was born. So now, I'm the example how it's working. I'm the first example of how it's working in someone's life. Abstract recovery, personal development. It's got steps 0 through 9. Like I said, very individualized, and it addresses mind, body, soul, and the brain. Okay? I'm just starting this thing out. It's a movement, though, to help any and everybody who wants to change. Anybody, everybody who wants to change. Anybody who's tried, maybe you've tried a lot of different things. This is the abstract part. You tried a lot of things, tried everything else, now you come see the shaman. That's when you come see the shaman. And I call myself the shaman for a reason. This was my path that was revealed to me, that I've been drawn to, that I believe I've been meant to be on for a long time. And the whole concept of me that led me to even discover becoming a shaman was given to me. It was not me that bestowed it upon myself. I suffered for that title. I suffered for this title. Truly. But I've alchemized that. This is what makes me the Southwest Shaman. Alchemy. Because I practice alchemy. And through the precious oil of Christ Jesus, my mind, I am transformed through the renewal of my mind. Because that's where it truly lies. Whatever, the battle, spiritual war within. I had created entities in the mental plane that were feeding off of my energy because they would speak to me in the same way. I would hear a suggestion in my mind saying I'm hungry, I'm tired, or I'm thirsty, or any of the subconscious thoughts that arrive within your mind without you even realizing it. That's how I can explain addiction to someone who may be kind of confused or curious as to how someone would arrive at the choices they make when they continuously abuse drugs. It becomes an action that's done out of survival. In the mind of that person, it feels as though it must be done to survive. Therefore, it becomes top priority over damn near anything. I mean, after that, it's all good. We can do whatever, get all this other stuff. No, but this is first. Have you ever found yourself doing something that you didn't want to do? I'm sure that we all have. All do each day, potentially, more than likely, or it should be, even, because that's how you grow. Even that's how I am able to grow now. I realize it. It's like doing things I don't want to do. It's always better afterwards. I get through it. I'm always glad I did it, and it never was as bad as I maybe had built it up to be within my mind. So, what's wild is I exercise this power continuously within my addiction to perform certain acts that I truly didn't want to do inside. I ignored my conscience. At times I can recall driving somewhere to do something at a time when I shouldn't have been doing it, feeling inside as though you should stop. I should stop. I should not continue. I should turn around. What am I doing? but forcing myself to continue regardless, knowing that I could get through it and be better afterwards once I got high. Because more than likely I was withdrawing. I was in opioid withdrawal. Honest to God, there's no substance next to alcohol. If I was in alcohol withdrawal, it would be a similar situation. However, it's different because you can go to the store and buy alcohol, see? So you wonder why people do wild shit for drugs. Well, particularly with opioids and benzodiazepine, there's a intense withdrawal that's most closely compared to the flu, with even more of a confusion within the mind. And there's more to it than that, but avoiding that is as simple as a couple doses of whatever that substance is. So of course someone says to themselves, if I can just obtain a little bit of that, I can get better and go forward. But in that moment, there's like literally, it's hard to rationalize or even bring forth the presence of mind to be aware or present enough in the moment to ignore the physical and then be stronger than the mental anguish and find themselves within there and motivate themselves long enough because this lasts for quite a while. I'm talking days, weeks even, to ignore that and say, no, I need to just do this and chill and go through it and tough it out. I've done it many times in jail. However, in that circumstance, I'm completely cut off from access to anything. Makes it a little easier, but it's a hard way to go through it. You know, access to no creature comforts, access to no nutrition, really no nothing. And you're around a bunch of people. It's like there's the threat of this and that all around you. The threat of the staff, the police, you know, even all that stuff. It's like a hardcore way. It's traumatizing going through it that way, and I can't even tell you how many times I've done it. I mean, you go into a very dirty environment where, you know, in that situation, all you can't help but lay on the ground to make it through. And I actually got to where I had such a routine I had created where I could go in there, boom, start laying on the ground immediately, shoe pillow, all that, curled up within my shirt, you know what I'm saying? And every time they open the door, because if they open that door and call your name and you don't hear them and you don't get up, they will leave you there as long as it takes. So I could actually pop up, and it would be so intense every time I pop up, but I would force myself through it, tough that shit through it. And then you have to go from holding tank to holding tank to holding tank, you know what I'm saying? And it takes about 24 hours, you know what I'm saying? Then you see the judge, and then if you're gonna get out, you're gonna get out after that. But if you're not, you're gonna stay in. You'll know then. And once you, after that, it's still a process out. So after you maybe see the judge, you're like, oh hell yeah, I'm getting out. But now it's still, you can do shit. The ride ain't over yet, and there's still room for you to fuck it up too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fall asleep too long and miss the door, or flip out on somebody or a cop, or somebody flips out on you. Who knows? So you have to navigate all these things to make. And I can't tell you how many. I've done it more times than I can count. If that ain't traumatizing, I don't know what is. But my trauma, that pales in comparison to the trauma I've experienced in my life, which led me to create this, because it's helping me. It's helped me. People who in my life can attest to the fact that I have transformed, and we're talking about since September of last year. So I know what I'm doing. I need to share this. So this is done with love from AZ. I'm the Southwest Shaman. This is Stereo Fix 888, man. Show love to each other, love yourself, man. Show up for yourself. That's how you do this YouTube thing in 2020 fit dive. Alright, keep it lit dive all the way. Holla at me. Like and subscribe, yo. Show support, yo. Alright, peace.